Yes, sir. Let me first break down the difference between black media and Oreo media. Black media is media with a black face and has content that supports what I call the black agenda. Oreo media is media with a black face, but the content, the media, the actual meat of what it is that they put out to the public is supportive of the white agenda. BET is not black media. BET is classic Oreo media in the modern age of 2016. Let's be clear. If you look at the owner of BET, the owner of BET is not white, he's white on white. BET was once owned by a black brother, a black company, but it was sold to a company called Viacom. See, when you look at the word via, V-I-A, it means by way of. And the com represents communication. So Viacom is communication by way of black people, but the communication actually supports and benefits white America, the white agenda, and even white supremacy. Now, let's get to the BET Awards. Let's talk about the brother Jesse Williams. And I know Jesse Williams is catching a lot of flack, not just from white America, but for some in black America, because they're saying things like, is Jesse Williams even black? Let me just say, go back and listen to what the brother said. And if you listen closely to what he said, don't even pay any attention to his skin color. You will see that he is blacker than some of the blackest of us because of his mindset. See, blackness has everything to do with the way you think, and it has less to do with the way that you look. We just talked about Oreo media. Not everything that comes out of the mouth of a black person who may be blacker than the ace of spades is necessarily good for black people. So depending on the maturity of your definition of blackness, that determines how black Jesse Williams is to you. Now let's talk about what he said. Just a few points that I really want to lay in on, because I swear to God, this brother pressed the reset button on black celebrity. If he didn't accomplish anything else, he called out black entertainers, black Hollywood, and black celebrities like nobody ever did before. When he broke down the concept of branding and how black celebrities are sitting at the door of these corporate entities trying to get a branding deal, a sponsorship deal, and how we're happy to have somebody else's patch on our bodies to wear the Apple brand or to wear the Nike brand. Like, these are brands that make billions of dollars off of black faces, and they pull in billions of dollars that belong or come from the black community. And he talked about how for centuries, our ancestors as black slaves, had to live with white people's brands on us, and we had no choice except to accept it. Now we're begging to be branded. Not only did Jesse Williams press the reset button on black celebrity, he got applause from the black community in the process. Let me ask you a question. I don't even know what else happened at the BET Awards. After that speech, nothing else really matters. See, that goes to show you the power of speaking raw, uncut truth to power. He literally stole the BET Awards by speaking the truth. And I tell you, many of those celebrities who came in their best suits They wore their best dresses. They came up with their best politically correct speech to make when they got their awards. They came there in order to make headlines. And Jesse Williams shut them down by telling the truth. They're all taking notes that all this money I spent in everything that I did in order to stand out at the BET Awards, I just got sunned by Jesse Williams. I have to sit in the shade of Jesse Williams' tree. And I'm just saying, that's how powerful and how timeless the truth is. Now, the second thing that brother did is he got rid of all of the politically correct code language. He used terms that whispering coons are afraid to use. Terms like white people. I mean, when was the last time anybody ever straight up called white people out on any award show? Now, I know some people are saying, well, you know, you can do that because it's black entertainment television. No, it's Oreo media. It's black entertainment television owned and controlled by white people, and that brother did not care. You have got to give him his just due for taking the risk of saying what was in his heart and on his heart, regardless of the consequences. Now, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they handle Jesse Williams from this point. See, when you swing the axe of truth at the tree of circumstance, at that point, all you can do is let the chips fall where they may. Now, the chips are going to start falling. And I know what some of you are thinking. He not really black. If Morris Chestnut had said the same thing, they would have canceled his contract immediately. Well, this is what you got to understand. And don't get me wrong. When we talk about the issue of colorism, of course white people are more accepting of lighter-skinned black people because they see more of themselves in the lighter-skinned black person. This is one of the reasons that Barack Obama was able to weave his way through the political system and pull down so many white votes. But when he became the president, he set the Guinness Book of World Records. He set a record in the Guinness books. I don't know if he really did this, but I would say that Barack Obama probably was the black man from America that got called the N-word more than any other black man in history. And he is a light-skinned brother. So don't think that just because Jesse Williams has blue eyes that he's going to get a pass. No, he is not. We're going to have to see how they deal with him. And we have to see how all of those who applaud and cheerlead for him, we have to make certain that they come to his defense once he is attacked. Now, let me calm down. Y'all got to excuse me. I get excited. This is Brother Deric Muhammad, Unscripted. So y'all got to ride with me. We're talking about Oreo Media. We're talking about BET. And we're talking about the brother Jesse Williams. Jesse Williams, if you're watching this, brother, I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of you because you stood up like a man. I'm proud of you because just like Muhammad Ali did in the face of these words that you speak being a detriment to your career, the words you spoke, you put yourself on the line. See, there's something in all of us that's bigger than us. So that brother saw way beyond himself that night. He was like, I'm speaking for generations that will be here long after I'm gone. And I said to myself, that is how you use a celebrity platform. So shout out to brother Jesse Williams. We'll be watching to see how the industry handles him. And we hope and we pray that those other celebrities who were there listening would internalize some of the truths that he spoke and realize, man, listen, as long as you have to be afraid to say what God has put in your heart for your people, I don't care if it's the BET Awards. I don't care if it's the Grammys. I don't care if it's the Emmys. I do not care. If you got to be afraid to speak out against injustice, against these things that plague and cripple us as a people, if you have to be afraid to speak out for your own, then you are nothing but what Kanye West called us. And that is a new slave. And no amount of money is worth your freedom. No amount of money is worth being put back into the servitude position that our ancestors were forced to be in for centuries. No amount of money is worth that. And the Bible says it like this. It says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? What does it profit a black celebrity, a black entertainer, a black musician? What does it profit you to gain all the money that's there for you to pull down off the money trees in Hollywood? What does it profit you to gain all of these sponsorships, but at the end of the day, you can't even stand up like a man or a woman and say what it is that God has put on your heart? Come on, y'all. We can do better than this. Shout out to Jesse Williams. I feel like he fired the first shot, and I'm waiting for the rest of the celebrities in Hollywood to follow suit. Now, I cannot talk about the BET Awards without bringing up my sister, my hometown girl, Beyonce. Now, she may have done it in a onesie. She may have done it in a onesie, but I loved her performance of the song Freedom. And there were so many subliminal messages in the performance that if you even half awake, you were proud of Beyonce. And at the end of her performance, of all the rappers in the world, for her to bring out with her, she didn't bring out Pitbull, she didn't bring out any of these other popular, super popular rappers. She brought out the conscious rapper Kendrick Lamar, the man himself. So you talking about the king of hip hop. That's who Kendrick Lamar is right now, pound for pound. And the queen of R&B, really the queen of pop, coming together. Like you got the throne of black music royalty coming together to create a show, a performance that was like the soundtrack for black consciousness nowadays. Minister Farrakhan said that one of these records will reach tens of thousands of more people than any one of his speeches. And Minister Farrakhan reaches a lot of people with his speeches. See, it is the cultural community that's going to set the atmosphere for freedom. So I walked in the door and my timing was perfect, and I saw Beyonce. She had her onesie on, and I'm like, what is B doing? Performing. And I was listening to the words in the song. I'm like, man, this is the singing about freedom. And then when I saw my boy Kendrick Lamar come up through the door, I was like, oh, man. Now, after that performance, I said to myself, BET Awards is over for me. I didn't even watch it. I went and started reading my book. But later on, Brother Jesse Williams did his thing. I didn't see it live, but I saw the replay. So Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar set the tone. Jesse Williams came back, and while they were singing about freedom, Jesse Williams comes out and he actually exhibits the principle of freedom by standing up and saying exactly what was on his mind. Not afraid to call Mike Brown's name, not afraid to call Sandra Bland's name, not afraid to call Eric Garner's name. That was an example of what a free human being looks like. So the Oreo Media Awards got disturbed with blackness. So I want to say to all of the black celebrities and all of the black entertainers, keep disturbing the Oreos. Keep disturbing the Oreos. And if we could just get some of these black athletes to get on board, we really gonna be rolling. Come on, y'all. Let's do this. We have nothing to lose but our chains.
I have to add in something that happened after Jesse Williams' speech. Justin Timberlake has found his way inside the media, and he had to apologize after backlash over a tweet about Jesse Williams' speech at the BET Awards. His tweet said that he was inspired by his speech, and he received a lot of flack, and he had to go and then apologize about it. Now, do you think that was a move or an agenda to kind of steal the spotlight or the movement of his speech?
Justin Timberlake's original tweet was a tweet that appeared to condemn Jesse Williams' words. The original tweet. Later he came back and he put something out on Twitter saying that he was inspired by it. If the tweet that Justin Timberlake sent was indeed a condemnation of Jesse Williams' acceptance speech, first of all, this is America. Isn't this aren't we about to celebrate what they call Independence Day? That man can say whatever the hell he wants to say. Anybody who had a problem with what Jesse Williams had to say, but are now weighing in on some of the things that Donald Trump have been saying for the past year, see, you're being a hypocrite. And you're showing your true colors. And see, Justin Timberlake's audience is made up of a myriad of people. You know how Joseph had the coat of many colors? Yeah, Justin has a fan base of many colors. But when you look at Justin Timberlake and the way he moves, the way he sings, the way he dances, his whole swag, if he were a brother, you wouldn't be surprised at the way he moved. And I think he was even raised on black music. So he kind of integrates into the black population and the black crowd very easily. See, but Jesse Williams didn't let Justin Timberlake off the hook. He said it clear. White people. And then he went on to talk about how white people have treated black people in this country and continue to treat black people. He talked about white privilege. So there are a lot of white people who think they have a ghetto past that did not like what Jesse Williams had to say. I love what he had to say. Because, you know, if myself and Justin Timberlake were standing on the same steps and we leave, all right, Justin, take care. He's like, all right, brother Deric Muhammad, see you later. When I leave and go home this way, he leaves and goes home this way, I'm more likely to get pulled over by the police. I don't care how black you can sing. You are still afforded white privilege. So Justin did not feel that Jesse included him or took him into account. Like, what about me, Jesse? See, it's okay for every community to speak exclusively for themselves except black folk. Especially if you're in the entertainment industry. You're not supposed to be able to do that. And you know what? There are many black celebrities who are jealous of Jesse Williams because he had the testicular fortitude to do what they want to do in their hearts. But they got to slide it in the song here and there. See? They got to speak the code language here and there. They have to use words like our oppressor. They have to use words like the enemy. They have to use words like those who don't wish us well. You know, Jesse Williams was like, no, white people. The police. The criminal justice system. Freedom. Why is it that when it comes to us, freedom is conditional? Why did Sandra Bland lose her life for acting so free? You couldn't help but clap for him. They couldn't help but clap for him because he was saying the things that they all wish they could say. But the only thing that prevents you from saying it is fear. And what good is it for you to be rich and famous if you're walking around all day long afraid? Don't lose your soul, brothers and sisters. Don't lose your soul.